Hey guys, how you doing? Sean Bush from Bush Outdoors, and what we have in front of me is the three Navigators that I have. One is a resin Navigator, United States Air Force. One is a vintage Gulf War 1990 stainless steel Navigator, and then we have the new release Navigator that was released on April 21st. This particular one actually came with a defense standard NATO band or defense standard nylon band, and this one obviously came with that too, but I've switched them up just to compare some things for some people. They wanted to see if it fit on an OEM marathon vulcanized rubber, and it does. The only thing that I did differently was exchange the pins, took out the old pins and put in the new pins for the Navigator. A little bit thinner, a little bit, the length is a little bit smaller too. Anyways, we're looking here at the three different particular watches, and a lot of people were talking about, why buy a quartz watch? Well, guess what? The thing is that the quartz movement is very accurate. It's very precise. This particular new one is utilizing the F06. I think it's dash 412, I do believe. Anyways, it and like I said, they're very precise. They're bang on accuracy up to anywhere from 3 to 10 seconds per year. You know what I mean? And yes, I do have my bezel not at the 12, but that's okay. I was using it as a timer earlier today. So basically, I'm excited about it. It's been a 5-year wait for this particular boy to come out. It is a date version with date, and there's a lot of different characteristics to this particular watch. So let's jump down to the characteristics of it from the old one to the new one, and we'll go back and forth. All right, so obviously we have the 24-hour countdown. That way you can actually utilize the hours, how many hours to how many seconds. The bezel can be switched. You basically paste the tritium tip down to the minute hand, and then you can count how many minutes you're at, or also the countdown for the hours. You can utilize both ways. It's this one particularly here is all stainless steel. It's not an aluminum bezel. I was told it was stainless steel, and the whole thing, a brushed finish, sapphire crystal, screw down crown. The arc in the two lugs actually curve down a lot more, so the curvature comes down to your wrist a lot more than the old one, right? If you take a look, placing the old one up against the new one, let me just hold this for a second. The actual thickness of the new watch is thicker. On top of it, the bezel is thicker, so it creates a taller height to it. Not much, but it is taller, right? The other cool thing is this particular watch is sapphire crystal. The reason why it's a lot higher in thickness is because it has to house the sapphire crystal, which is going to be thicker, and also the bezel is a little bit taller and thicker, so therefore it has to be able to accommodate that. On the back side, right? I don't know if you can see it. The back side, it has the maple leaf on the battery hatch. It is a battery hatch, so that easy access to change your battery. This is a press down fit, but it's also 10 ATMs, water resistant, and that 10 ATM is basically 100 meters. Also, the lug width, it does fit a 20 millimeter OEM marathon band, and like I said, all I had to do was switch out the pins, and it fits no problem. Where before, if you're trying to utilize and squeeze in between the lugs, yes, this is 20 millimeter, but it's a little bit tighter. So, yeah, and those are the characteristics of it. Slightly different. Obviously, they went with from an acrylic to a sapphire. The tritium pip is actually encased in a stainless steel casing, so it gives it a robust. You don't have to worry about hitting the bezel and knocking out the tritium. Where this is just in behind the bezel, and it's nothing really protecting it. And yeah, it's a great piece of kit. I love it. It's one of those things where a lot of people like going back to history, the style, what it was made for, and Marathon hit the nail on the head with this one. You know, by creating it slightly different, they want to make it 110% better, and which they did. A lot of people were saying, you know, geez, I wish it didn't have a date window, but you know, what do you do? You know, they're trying to incorporate a lot of stuff in here, because some people might not want it, some people do, and therefore they put it in. Someone said, are they going to make a non-date one? If this goes over well and it went well, you just never know. They might do it, they might not. You know, you got to remember, Marathon does things for military specifications. So that's what they do, is they really focus on what does the military want, what does the NATO stock number want, you know, what are the features it has to have. So that's what they do. They stick with that. And but they also listen to the customers. You know, the customers wanted this. Everybody used to collect the old Navy Navigator stainless steel, and they said, oh man, I wish you guys could redo this, and hence the reason why they did it again. It's an amazing watch. I've had this for 3 weeks. It just got released yesterday, and it fits so comfortable on the wrist. I will be posting on Bush Outdoors and the Marathon Watch Enthusiast the watch on a smaller wrist size. Therefore, you know, my wrist is, you know, quite big. It's like 7.5. You know, there's lots of pictures up there now that has it on my wrist, but I will be putting a smaller wrist size on this particular watch. Price point, you're looking at $997 with the defense standard band on it, the nylon band. And of course, if you are part of the military, you could prove that you are, or school teacher, EMS, fire, you can get a discount for these. You know what I mean? Right now it's 10%. You know, whatever Marathon, you know, is allowed us to do, we can try to make it work for you. So anyways, it's a great piece of kit, right? If you were to purchase one, I would also give you a challenge coin, glow in the dark in the middle, and also the ETA movement, that's in a GSAR, which is the 1824 ETA movement. So get a little bit of swag, save a little money if you're in one of those units, or I call them hero jobs. You do get a discount. So anyways, check it out. Their website's great. Marathon Watch. They're out of Canada. They make NATO stock watches for all of NATO. They all have NATO stock numbers on the back so that they can actually look them up and actually get them issued. The U.S. military, Canadian military are utilizing these, and they have the opportunity to get them through the QM stores and get them through that, because they have a NATO stock number. So all they have to do is look it up and they'll get it. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll be able to help you out. And like I said, United States Air Force, the old Navigator, the new Navigator. I just need a battery for this one, which is on order. I'll be getting that soon. But anyways, thank you very much, and looking forward to